It's been a while since I uploaded a video, so here we have what I'm gaming on nowadays. I've stopped playing arcade due to the pay to win and just how the community ended up there. I'm now currently playing the alpha test and I'm a huge backer of Crowfall, set to soft release this year. What you're seeing today is the most recent alpha footage, 5.2.6 just came out today. And this is how it looks in game at highest graphics. As you can see, the art style is a little cartoonish, but overall a decent looking game. It is about to get a massive graphics overhaul in patch 5.3, which is a little closer to soft launch. Either way, the purpose of this video is to introduce you to the crafting system. So, once you get in game, first thing you want to do is hit J. You're going to go to basic crafting. This is the easiest stuff to craft, basically. And you're going to go ahead and go to basic harvesting tools. So you're going to need 2 wood and a wood, stone, or ore. What that means is basically this is how you make your tools. At this point in the development, your character always has what's called a rune axe. So you go and take yourself out of combat mode here. And as you can see, you press and hold F, and you begin cutting down the tree. So let's go ahead and go through the animation here. Oh my. I seem to have used all my stamina. Alright. Stamina is the bar up here, and it regenerates over time. It's used by combat abilities, and of course sprinting in combat mode, which I probably shouldn't have done. Either way, you whack the tree, wood comes out. Pretty self-explanatory there. Let's go ahead and finish this tree off. Alright. And in here, it says it requires wood or stone. 3 woods together. You're going to go into assemble. You see my success chance is 97. And let's see what we get out of this. A rune stone hammer. Going to go ahead and make that item. Once it completes, you take it out. Once you have a hammer, let me find a bit of stone here. This is all iron. If we head over here, now that we have a runestone hammer, normally you would go ahead and right click to equip. Once you hit P for profile, I for inventory, and go ahead and equip your rune hammer. You walk yourself over to a cobblestone, press and hold F like before. As you can see in this test, we currently have sieges. I'll be going over PvP in another video, but for here we're just going a basic walkthrough of how to get started in the current alpha build or in later builds of the game. Finished off, and you pick up your little stone that pop out. Pretty simple. And we need 1 more wood, because remember it's 2 wood and then 1 of either wood, stone, or iron. Let's go and chop down another tree here. And I cannot say this enough, this is an alpha game, but as far as alpha testing goes, this game is pretty stable. It's enjoyable to test with a few mates. It does get monogamous. No, not monogamous. It gets boring alone if you're playing it for hours at a time. So, once that's up, go ahead and once again add the 2 wood, and this time add wood, stone, or ore. So this time we're adding a stone block. And this will make a rune pick, which is for gathering slag or ore. So once we crafts, we go ahead and put it in the inventory. Right click to equip. And let's run over to the stone real quick. Just back over here. Alright, so once we have one slag, which is this stuff right here, which is basically crude iron as far as I'm concerned. I'm gonna go and show you how to make a skinning knife, which is pretty self-explanatory. 2 wood and then slag. It's not that complicated. So once you have those collected, go ahead and get 2 more wood, which means I have to cut down another tree here. And come on. I did not get lucky at all. Wait for my stamina to come back. 1 more tick. There we go. Alright, there's my 2 pieces of wood I need. Throw the wood in there, and of course the ore, and assemble. Go ahead and make that item. And equip the knife. Now you should see I have a pickaxe, a stone hammer, and of course a knife. The final one is an upgraded hatchet. So anyway, moving on there, once you have all three of these, the next thing you're going to do is run over here and mine some more slag. And I'll show you why in just a moment here. So let's get a little bit more slag in our inventory. Any day now. The chance varies. A lot of times I'll get 4 or 5 slag, sometimes I'll only get 1. And I'm showing you basically how to get a better crafting chance here in just a moment. You just need a few more slag. That'll work. Alright, so once you have about 4 extra slag, I'd say, go and hit J, collapse basic crafting, head over to alchemy, and then you should see pre-alpha test potions. These will not be in the live game, or if they are, they will have different materials. So, you should see beneficial harvest chance potion. So go ahead and craft that. It just requires 2 of any ore. There we go. Go and take that. Crafting complete. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and harvest critical, which is always good. So basically, after you get 4 to 6, you would want to get all these harvesting ones. So you want beneficial harvest, harvest critical, and harvest critical chance. Okay? So once you have all those, I just used better ore than I had to. Slag is perfect for this. You don't need to use copper or tin. So once you have all 3, go ahead and close that interface and just drink all 3 buffs. You just see the buffs that popped up over here. And then if I just angle myself correctly, I'm going to go ahead and mine some more slag. Now, once you have your crafting potions, you're going to want to see, look at that beautiful amount of ore I just gathered off of 1 node there. These crafting potions are designed to help you gear up quicker in the alpha, and basically just help you test. So these will not be in the current game, I mean the final game at all, or if they are, they will be under alchemy, behind a skill wall. Now let's take a little bit more slag here. Now, what you'll want to do after this is craft basic armor. Now, you don't really want a basic weapon. They're not that great if you end up actually getting into a fight. But basic armor is fine. There's not a huge difference between basic armor and tier 1 armors, as far as I'm concerned. So, let's go ahead and gather a little slag, and I'll show you what exactly you're looking at for making your armor. There we go. Perfect. Tons of slag. Not a problem anymore. Alright, so if you bring up J, walk yourself back over to basic crafting and take a look at the gloves, helmets, boots, all that. You're going to want to make that whole set. Obviously, the boots require 3 of each, 3 stone, 3 wood, 3 ore. Basic chest is 6, 6, and 6. I believe the rest are just 3, 3, and 3. So go and craft your full set there. After that, you're not going to worry about your weapon for now. You're going to come back down to basic disciplines. Okay? Actually, sorry, not disciplines. You scroll down to pre-alpha discipline test recipes. These are once again reduced cost, and you will not see this low of cost in live. Or once the game goes live, I should say. Hit P to bring up your profile and click on this little rune slot. You would notice I currently have no skills. You get 3 minors, 1 weapon specialization, and 2 major disciplines. So coming in here, I'm going to go ahead and choose what I want for my current build. I can go and just drag and drop in there for dig in. And I go ahead and craft that. Take it. And it tells me what it's going to give me once I craft it. So I also want, let's see here. I'm going to give myself uniform plate. It's not really useful right now, but I like it. I want to have it for later. So once this is if you have tier 2 armor, this is actually beneficial. Another one I like is where is it here? Hand of Glory. I like Hand of Glory. So I'm going to go ahead and put the ore in here. Unfortunately, currently you cannot see what it does. the idea. Oh, this is not what I wanted. This is an extra ring slot, and I don't currently have any rings, so not really that useful for me, to be honest. Armor of Faith. Let's go and put that in there. Sounds good. So it's a lot of try on air right now. Illusionary armor, reduce health loss. Sure. Let's go ahead and take that. So this is going to go ahead and give me some equipable items, and I'll show those in greater depth here in just a moment. I personally think a lot of warriors like to run maces. I prefer swords. I think they look better, and honestly, they're just better for me. They do more damage. So let's go ahead and throw Master of Swords on. You see, this is what's going to give me slashing damage bonuses. These are the classes that can use it, and these are the abilities it will unlock. And here's some flavor text for you. So I'm going to go ahead and craft that. So I remember get 3 minors, 1 weapon, and 2 major specializations. All that's left is the majors. And if you've noticed, every single one of these only takes 1 ore currently. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Holy Avenger. So where is my ore? There it is. This is for people who run hammers. This will be good. It's not really great for sword builds. I don't quite sure why I built it there. But this is good for bludgeoning weapon builds. Juggernaut is another good one here, so let's go ahead and throw that in. Failure. Okay, we failed to make that. There is only a 97% chance of success right now with my current skill levels, so here we go. Go ahead and make that item. And I get 1 more here, so I went ahead and chose Juggernaut, and let's see what else I can choose here. Plague Lord, Reality Warper. Let's go Runescarred Gladiator, but it's only on the champion. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab Standard Bearer. This is more for a tank class, and you buff your allies, which is really what it's all about. So let's go and assemble that. Perfect. So once you have that built, you're A-okay. You have everything you need. So the big ones go in the big slots. The little ones go in the little slots. And the weapon goes in the weapon. So let's go and toss that in there. So what that does is it buffs my abilities and unlocks more. For example, Uniform Plate, if I had non-basic armor, would give me a buff. Dig In goes in the passive tree. Breaker's Insignia goes in here. Increases the out-of-combat regen if I want it to. And then Spite, if I go below a certain HP level, whenever I get stunned or knocked down, I recover 46% of my maximum health over a few seconds. So those all go in the passives. You can only have 3 passives at a time. I go ahead and put my CC break. I want to change it to this one. There we go, perfect. And my actives, I'm not really a big fan of this. So we're going to go ahead and drag on Rallying Banner to buff my allies. And then Banner of Storms. Actually, let's go ahead and go with Illusionary Armor. Boom. Okay, so now I'm happy with my equip effects, okay? That is what these do. They give you different skills and augment your build. Think of them like a talent build in a sense. This is what makes your character yours in a way, unique. So we went ahead and covered crafting, how to make basic tools, like the hammer, the pickaxe, and the skinning knife. We also went ahead and covered how to make basic armor and basic disciplines. The only thing left at this point to go ahead and cover is weaponry. Now you can just make a basic weapon, like a basic bow or mystic staff. This will not work very well at this point in PvP. Basically, the next tier in weapon does twice as much damage, so this isn't really a good choice for most PvP. Head over to blacksmithing. You'll head to the weapon you want to make. I want to make a longsword. You'll see it will require a weapon hilt and a weapon blade long. So, next you will go ahead and head yourself up to weapon components. You're going to have to make metal bars, so you require 9 ore per metal bar. One-handed weapon components, we'll need a weapon blade long, so we're going to need 3 metal bars, which is 27 metal ore, or slag, or whatever ore you have. Furthermore, you're going to need a crossguard, which is 1 more metal bar, a stitched leather, which you'll find under leatherworking, or a plank, And then you're also going to need a weapon grip. So you need a pommel, a crossguard, and a weapon grip. So weapon grip requires leather, crossguard, of course, requires the metal, and we need a pommel, which require another metal bar. So in total, you will need 5 metal bars, so 45 ore of any kind, and 1 stitched leather, and you'll be able to build the weapon that is at least for my class. It does differ a little bit. For example, weapon head hammer, a shaft, and a hilt. It does change based on what you're making. Be sure to make sure that I actually made this yet. And hunger shards, if you have one, it's an additive agent. It will boost your item. You can get those from boars currently or points of interest. As you can see, currently on my character, I do have a tier 2 sword. So that's why I'm not currently crafting one. It's called a one-handed sword, a poor weapon. It's a basic tier 2 sword as far as I'm concerned. The rest of this is basic gear, as is tagged with the basic tag. It's a little damaged though. See? All good to go. Alright, that is the basics of crafting. There are, of course, other crafting trees that are useful, but not necessary for combat. So I just want to go give a quick PvP combat build, basically. Another thing that you should notice, or should be noting, is before you go to craft this, you'll notice that these have like 87% chances, and actually crafting the weapon is only like a 70 to 60% chance. So make sure you go to alchemy, pre-test potions again, and go to crafting assembly. You drink one of these, your chance to fail will go down significantly. You drink one of these, you'll be able to experiment more with an item. So when you craft a weapon, or an item in general, you will have, if it's not basic, an option to experiment with it. Meaning that you can go ahead, actually let me go and show that to you real quick. I have a beautiful piece of ore I can mine real quick for you. And with any luck, we'll get some ore out of it real quick, because I need 3 more to make what I'm after. Any data. Come on, buddy. That made me really sad. I needed 3 and it gave me 1. Alright, let's mine this ore real quick. And let's see what we get out of this one. No giant proc, but this will be enough for the purpose. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you an iron ingot real quick. Weapon component, metal bar. Let's go ahead and toss my ore in there and hit assemble. Sweet, it worked. See how it says durability and run experiment? I now have a moderate success on this, meaning that my weapon, or this bar, is a little higher quality. Do that for weapons, you'll get bonuses to their damage, you'll get rarity, and you'll get a higher durability, which does matter in this game. So if I mouse over this, you should see it's 53 out of 50. I don't know if you can see that right under where it says damage, kind of small text, versus 50 out of 50 here. It does make a higher quality metal bar, which leads to a higher quality weapon, which leads to a stronger player. And if you drink those potions, you'll get more experimentation points. I'll go bring those back up. You know, a higher chance of succeeding in the crafting, more experimentation points, better experimentation rate. And if you drink all 3, you'll actually have a pretty decent chance of making a decent weapon for yourself. Anyway, that concludes the basic crafting tutorial for weapons and armor, and a little bit into alchemy. Thanks for watching, you have a great day.